My ex sent me a friend request. Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Christine Loveridge and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today we are talking about what to do if your ex sends you a friend request. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to decide what you want to do now going forward. So do you want them back? Do you want them gone from your life? Or do you not care? So obviously if you do want them back in your life, then I would suggest that you accept the friend request. If you don't want them in your life, then either just don't accept it or block them. Or if you don't care, then maybe let them back into your life if you want to. Again, it's going to come down to your preference. I personally, if I wasn't in a committed relationship, I probably would accept the friend request because I'm just at a stage where I just don't care what they know about my life. If they want to be nosy, then they can be nosy. If they want to message me, they can, but I probably wouldn't respond to them. They can see whatever they want to see, so I'll probably accept it. Obviously, it depends on what you personally want to do. So if you're in a relationship, and it also obviously depends if you're already in a relationship as well, your partner might not be very happy if you are accepting friend requests from your exes. So please do keep that in mind if you are in a committed relationship. So for the next part of the video, I'm going to go on the basis on the fact that you do want them back in your life. You do want to continue the relationship from where it left off. So if your ex has sent you a friend request, then accept it. And what you want to do now is you want to think back on the relationship. So was the breakup your fault or was it their fault? If the breakup was their fault, then they need to earn you back. So I would personally wouldn't message them, wouldn't contact them first. They have to message you first if it was their fault. However, if it was your fault and you are to blame for the relationship ending, and then obviously what you need to do there is you need to apologize and ask to meet up with them. So you need to pursue them because obviously you need to earn them back. So what you should do is you should either call them up if you still have their number or message them if you don't have their number and ask them if they would like to meet up because they sent you a friend request. So obviously you would think that they had perhaps the same thing in mind. They added you again because perhaps they just want to get back with you, or maybe it was just the fact that they were nosy, but all in all, you were on their mind. So I would suggest if the breakup was your fault, you need to contact them and ask to meet up. And when you do meet up with them, then you need to apologize, have a fun date and experience with them, and try and get things back on track. So now that you're friends with your ex on social media, how should you come across on your social media? So obviously they're going to be checking your profile, they're going to be wondering what you're up to, they're going to probably check it a few times. So the first thing that I want to make sure that you don't do is don't put anything on there that is a direct or an indirect message to them. So don't put any sad or soppy posts. Don't, post anything that kind of insinuates that you are having a hard time living without them. If you are to post anything on social media, make sure it's positive, light-hearted, pictures of you having fun with your friends, doing things that you enjoy, or you could simply not post anything at all. But especially do not post anything that is directed or even indirect towards them. So you are not always checking your social media and checking up on what they are doing, especially if you're doing like this no contact, you're waiting for them to message you, especially if it was their fault that the breakup happened. Then you need to be living your best life. Start a side hustle, start going to the gym, or start doing the things that you would ultimately love your life to be. Start designing a lifestyle that you will be proud of. So what are some of those things? What are the things that you really enjoy? Dive more into your hobbies so you're not always checking your social media page. So what if it was their fault? You're waiting for them to message you first and they do message you. So if they do message you and it's something like, hey, how are you? Obviously you can send a few messages back and forth, but eventually by the end of the conversation, you want to have made and arranged a date to meet up. So you want to, if they reach out to you and they're like, hey, how are you? You can be like, I'm great. How are you? And they'll be like, yeah, I'm fine, thank you. And you can say to them something like, hey, I'd love to have a catch up. Why don't we go out to this place at this restaurant at this time, at this date? Make sure it's very specific so there's no faffing about. Make the decisions and see what they say. And if they're like, yeah, I'd love to do that, then great. And if they don't want to, then, well, their loss. So that's basically what you should do if you have an ex that has added you on social media as a friend. And the next steps, especially if you want to get back with them. But ideally, what you should be doing is, if you are just waiting around for this ex, remember that they may not contact you. They may add you as a friend, but they may not ever contact you. They might just be on there just to see what you're up to. So make sure that you are also dating other people. Make sure that you're still talking to other people and going out on dates with other people, because you don't want to just have one focus in your romantic life. Because if you're just focusing on this one ex, then you are ruining your possibilities of finding someone better and making new great connections. Don't just put all your eggs in one basket, so to speak, and this basket happening to be your ex. Make sure that you have other people that you're talking to, that you're going on dates with, and who knows, you might find someone even better. So make sure, again, don't post anything sappy or angry on social media that is directed towards them. Even if you think it's really indirect, they might be able to subtly know that it was you and it's about them. So be very, very careful. Again, if you're to post anything on social media, make sure it's positive, uplifting. But if I were you, I just wouldn't post anything at all, especially if you can't really help yourself in this kind of situation. Make sure that you're dating other people and designing the life that you have always wanted to live. Diving into your hobbies, doing things that you love, starting a side hustle, starting your own business, or just trying to work on getting a promotion at work, or if you're finding a new career if you're not happy with the one that you're already in. Because you want to be living a great life. You want to be living a life that you're happy about, that you're proud of. So start doing that. And when you start doing that, you're gonna come across as much more relaxed, much more fun to be around, and your ex is going to be wondering about that. And of course, the best position to be in is to be in a position where they are liking you more than you are liking them. That's the most powerful position to be in. And the way that you do that is to be indifferent and to get on with your life and enjoy your life, because that'll make them wonder about you. So I hope this has helped you and it's given you some clarity on what to do if your ex sends you a friend request. And of course, if you don't want them in your life, then the block option is always there, or just don't add them as a friend. Don't accept the friend request. I hope this has helped you, and I shall talk to you again very soon. If you'd like to have help with me personally, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com/shop, or alternatively, you can use the email just provided in this video description box. Also, if you go to christineloveridge.com, then you'll be able to find free articles for you to read on dating, relationships, and personal development. And I shall talk to you guys again very soon. Goodbye.